Greetings, mortals. I am Natas, one of the rulers of the underworld, or specifically the ruler of Manga Hell. And today we'll be reacting to the newest chapter of My Academia, chapter 360, titled Despite It All. Dot dot dot. I'm guessing that the ending of the chapter is gonna include the word that's gonna complete the sentence or something like that. They usually do stuff like that. So yeah. Anyways, let's see how this chapter is gonna go because if the last week's chapter was any consideration, it looks like the heroes are on their bloody deaths. So yeah. Anyways, the first panel of the chapter, and we already have Shigaraki standing on top of Baku's head with a bunch of weird hands coming from his other hand as he starts saying, Izuku Midoriya was supposed to be here, right? So I guess we're friends with the original plan. As then we see Ham just continuously making hands as he's saying, so he's bound to show up soon, So pretty much getting the trope. As Shiragi then says, on that note, having my quirk erased right now is a blessing in disguise. So yeah, and I'm guessing this blessing in disguise is referring to something else, something that's a pain gonna be for the heroes. And right there, Bob was screaming, "Shut up!" as he's saying those blasts, well, those remaining cannons and blasts at him. But then Shigaraki just uses his fingers on his feet that were previously on top of Baku's head, grabs Baku's hair, and throws them in the air, and then it smashes that gauntlet that Baku has. And maybe the rest, yeah, gauntlet, just a gauntlet, with his feet. Now, I'm not sure what's stronger, Chiraki's fingers and feet or Baku's hair, but that is just comedically. Actually, no, it looks like he did rip his hair, Baku's hair as well. It just seems like he pulled so fast that it also pulled Baku up. So, yeah, definitely Chiraki's feet. Anyways, then we have shot of the demonstration as well as Shiraki grabbing Bakugo's throat with the hand that's not going to producing hands. As then we have all those cannons being blasted in the air, just somewhere. As then Shiraki says as he's holding Bakugo by his throat, is like, cause your corpse will be left intact. So yeah, like I said, something that's gonna be way worse for the heroes. As then we have I'm starting to choke Bakugo as Bakugo is like, as in Shiragi starts saying, yes, he'll have a lovely present waiting when he arrives. Remember his sheer fury when I poked you full of holes last time? So, yeah. And then we have Shiragi saying, you once said you've always admired All Might's triumphs. As then we have see Shiragi also using that hand that was now emitting hands, now activating it, and now also emitting hands to go over Bakugo's face. As then he says, well, it's time for a reality check, Katsuki Bakugo. As then we see like a bunch of those hands, not just covering Bakugo, but also like breaking and pushing together. Like, essentially, he's trying to put as many hands to pressure torture Bakugo up now. As then now Bakugo's face is actually three of those. I guess they were just those hands were meant to go around the rest of the body. As then Bakugo notices something as Yoga says, no matter the heights you reach, you'll never be more than Izuku Midoriya's hang on Mino in all one fall's wake. So yeah, basically you gotta be a new endeavor. As then we see Nejiri showing up with Nejiri Wave. As then Nejiri Pike. As she sends that at Shiraki, but Shiraki immediately knows that and grins as he just uses Bakugo as a shield. I'm guessing this wouldn't actually even damage Shiraki any more than usually, but he just wanted to, for the fun of it, do it. So yeah. And then we see Najee showing that, and she's like, "Wow!" And she changes the trajectory to miss it. And then we see some weird scorpion tail pieces going at Shiraki. As then he, I think, just notices it, or is like about to hit him as well. As then we see Sun Eater on the ground being on all fours, and he's like vast hybrid octopus mirage. being the reason why there's like a bit of a fog around him because he's not actually supposed to be seeable. And Scorpion is Toxin, as that's the tail, which makes me think that he was eating a scorpion right now. Anyways, then I'm saying be like eating bugs is all the rage these days. True. I mean, there are a lot of liberals who want us to eat bugs instead of normal meat. Weirdos, creep shows, and just in general, what the heck is wrong with them? Anyways, then Shiaki seeing it as he starts to move something around his hand, as then Shiaki's arm is actually starting to smirk, as then Shiaki screams pathetic, as then we see that mouth from his arm opening up and just making like a giant mouth and hands popping out to eat eat that toxin or eat Sanito. And Sanito then runs from it, which is the wise thing to do because you just eat everything. Oh my god, imagine being killed by you being devoured by these things of all things. Like, where would your body even go? Would your body even be would your body even be killed by the toxins in the stomach? I don't know, that's the weird thing. Like, imagine you being eaten but not dying, just being stuck in there. And with just Shigaki screaming, my body continues to adapt. That scurry away like insects. Nothing can bring me down. As then we have just everything going around. As that Echo showing up behind Shigaraki as he then I think punches a bit. One of the actually I think just pulls Bakugo away from his hands. And Shark is focused on that. And then we have Miyako just throwing Bakugo away to as he screams genius. So yeah, I'm not sure this was a coordinated plan or just as so it happens goes. And then Miyako saying, "Here we go." As then we have Bakugo Shigaki coming down there is like, I remember your stupid face from Jaku. So if I'm from the first war. And then we have Miyako not smiling or anything, him just being like that whole like kind of a serious expression like, alright, this is gonna be serious now, everyone. As Miyako then just says, the name's Lamelian. I am the hero on messenger and bodyguard duty. So I guess there's no reason why he wasn't over there. He was messaging everyone. As then we have Miyako saying, count on me to fight off any other villains who might crash our party, and to spread intel around without delay. They needed someone quick and mobile here, and that's me. So again, if anyone was wondering where he was, that's the reason why, because in case someone showed up, he was there, or in case if they need some message. So yeah, although I'm pretty sure the long distance wouldn't fail, I think it was just inside this Doom thing. So anyways, then we have Miyako just dodging furiously saying, so why do you destroy? As then we have Michelle saying, because the current framework has failed. True. I mean, they're basically saying that as well. Like, Mira actually doesn't know anything of this, so it's kind of interesting how he's talking here. I mean, he is supposed to be like the very basic, like, he could himself be the protagonist of the story type of scenario here. In every level, honestly. Anyways, then Naja look up there, as Naja be like, there he is, as she sends some shockwaves to Mirio to give him a boost in attack power. As then Mirio's like, oh, I get it. That you never had any friends. As he screams that, as he also gets like a power up, as then Shiroki's like, we listen to that, he doesn't actually respond. As then Shiroki's just like, huh? I get his shocked by the fact that's the reason. Which, to be fair, Shiraki does have Spinner, who I would definitely say is the most friendly with Shiraki of all them. Like, yeah, I first say is like, he's the most loyal follower of Shiraki's, but I'm pretty sure you can consider him a friend. I mean, he was there, the two played together. I mean, how when All For One was having full control of Shiraki's body, he just spinning a set. I was surprised at how well we got together when we played games, but this is clear a sign that you're not the gamer I play with. So yeah, it's kind of interesting to see that, which does make me wonder that's actually gonna be like one of the things that's gonna actually help Shiraki, which would be kind of funny. Although again, I really hope we get that kept a bit more explored and stuff. I mean, that's gonna be why we are saving Spinner because Spinner and Shiraki gonna go down together. But I don't know, we're gonna see. And what's actually gonna be like in his thought process, be like, I can get in close, sure, but on my own, I can deal hard hitting damage. That's why I gotta escort Hado's energy waves to the point blank range. So basically, yeah, I can get to him, but I'm not gonna be able to do shit. Honestly, even with Hado's wave, I don't think you're gonna do shit. As then we have Was Miyako screaming, otherwise you'd realize there's plenty worth keeping around. So yeah, and then Miyako was saying, until Midori shows up, I'll keep Shiraki on the ropes. Not really on the ropes, more like being able to, do some damage and that stuff. So yeah, we have him hitting Shiraki's stomach. As then we have Gina as being there, as like all shoveled and damaged. Like you can tell they were like in not a good position. As they have Bashir saying, "Allow me to secure your right arms, Dynamite." As they have Bakugo like shaking and being like, as he's there like unconscious, like he's still like he has to like need some time to recover a bit. As just like, no delay, we still have need of your firepower. Which is true because Bakugo is like one of the few ones who can actually put damage to them. Like even just physical strength, Bakugo's the only one. Like I think like in my mind, like he's the only one who actually put some like scratch. Anyone else can at best just like Miro said, he cannot do any kind of like meaningful damage. He could just like hurt a bit. While Bakugo here can actually like burn his skin and stuff. Anyways, then we have Sebastian putting his hand on Bakugo's back, as then Bakugo push makes a fist from his hands, as then Bastian's like looks at Bakugo, as then we see Bakugo like I think sweating thing completely, which is supposed to it's not blowing up right now. As then we have Bakugo just saying, "Your arm, please. We'll figure something out later. This foe is beyond any of us. He's surpassed all expectations." So even they won't expect him to be this powerful about his quirks. I mean, I know that was just a head boost, but when you think about this, the only thing that they knew was that Shiraki can make hands, extra limbs, spread all over his body. That's the only factor they didn't know, and even though not being there from the start. But still, they won't expect it to be this difficult. And I guess Jibashi is also expecting Bakugo to be like a bit scared now and stuff like that because I mean, he was basically in death's door. Like everyone else was like, I mean, everyone else was just like realizing, oh shit, he was stronger than we expected. But this is like, next level. As then we have Bertrand saying, we are well past the point of exploiting your previous encounters with Shiraki. That was a stellar showing you've done. And not enough. As then we have Bertrand trying to encourage him, and Bob just saying, right side. As then Bertrand is looking at him like, huh? As the end we have Bogov saying finger faint mutter. I think he's just trying to figure something out. I guess he was more focused on strategizing than actually anything else, which is kind of funny to think about. Like Bogov was there taking a point to try his fighter while about this is like we have to pull ourselves together, Bakugo. As then we have Bastian like thinking to himself, even now this boy. As then we see despite everything, he's still. Oh, I guess the next chapter is gonna be where we continue this dialogue because it's the final page of the chapter and we don't get the answer. And then we see sparkles coming from Bakugo's quirk as he's looking at there. Well, I guess just the sweat from the explosions. I guess mini explosions. So yeah. Now, some people are saying this is Bakugo's quirk awakening, and I'm pretty sure there's also a possibility of the whole, depending on how you see the canonicity of the whole the second movie. Maybe there's some all for one for all mixing up in there, being activated because he did like a transfer. It's just that Bakugo still kept most of it. So maybe there's still some power boosts in there for Bakugo to use, although it could just be a quirk improvement type of thing. Like I would say this is like close to death's door and this like calls for everything you need when it comes to your quirk. So I'm guessing it's probably just a quirk improvement type of situation here. But we'll see. Although it could just be like more of a symbolic type of thing, and yeah, we'll see on that front how things go. But yeah, this is the end of the chapter. All in all, this is a pretty much just more of an action-packed chapter. There's nothing like anything crazy in the chapter in terms of action as well, but it's a pretty decent one. It's nice to see a little bit of teamwork from the big three and show that even though we end the last chapter with them like looking cool and posing, this chapter it's like yeah they may be cool and maybe the combo is a bit better than the rest, but that doesn't mean they're able to do anything significant with Shigaraki. They are still in the we are fucked zones situation here. So yeah. And yeah, there's also this annual chapter with Bakugo, which is depending on how you look at it, but we'll see on how things progress right now. So yeah, that's it for my thoughts on the reaction to on this chapter and my thoughts as well. Next chapter I could see continue as well, or I could see also coming away to like try to spice a bit, but I think we'll still focus on it. So anyways, I hope you like this chapter reaction. I hope you leave your thoughts on this chapter in the comments below. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to this channel for more videos in the future. And with that said, I cannot wait to see all of you mortals next time. Goodbye.